Hello, this is Nate with Jon Lancaster, Toyota in Madison. I'm going to take you through some of the interior of the 2011 Toyota Sienna XLE. This is such a great van, and I want to point out that a lot of things I'm showing you today are standard. The 17s that you see outside are standard. The power moonroof that you see up there is standard. This is a great van, and up here in Chicago region, it starts out at about $33,300. Goes up to $35 when you pick up the rear seat DVD, and when you put the nav, the entertainment on, you're right around $39. It's a great van. This is actually pretty impressive. So I'm just gonna give you a little tour here of what's going on in the back. We changed the way the seats work in the back of him. They actually made them easier. I'm gonna attempt to show them to you while I handle this camera. So I'm just gonna pop the door open, and this is a power door that you can operate power from the key fob. From a button that sits on the ceiling above where the driver and front passenger sit, or walk up like I did and grab it and open it. For what it's worth, there's the button in the back you can push to close the rear door. Just push it, and of course the door will close. There's pinch protection so you can't get your leg, your head, your hands caught in the door. It'll kick back. At any rate, the first thing you see that's different is the handle that's there, and that's what we're going to use mainly to put the seat from the second position into the floor flat. We're going to start with the strap there, and that's going to put the seat forward. And the flaps that are here, once the seat is down, you're going to see how they're going to flip forward to make like a flat storage floor. This is something that we do very well, or Toyota does very well. I'm going to pop the floor mats out. You have a really big storage well in the back of it. It's deep, it's wide, and obviously it's pretty tall. And that thing you see there is the center seat for the second row. It makes the center buckets a bench seat. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but if you look here, there's the two front seats, and then obviously the second row, there's cup holders there, but that seat that I had on the back of the car can be installed in the center, and then you make a bench seat in the second row. So, let's try how these seats work. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the strap, I'm going to pull it, see if we can do this one-handed. I'll pull it, and that'll lay the seat down. And obviously they'll both do that. The second step is I'm going to grab the handle here, and you pick it all the way up, and then you pull it back toward you, and it goes into the floor. Now I'm going to flip this guy forward, and now I've got a flat floor. Again, that seat will go down just the same. It gives you a lot of flexibility in the sense of if you need some people to sit in the third row, leave the seat up. If you want to put all the seats down and turn this thing into nearly a cargo van, then leave the second row as it is, lay the third row onto the floor flat, and you've got tons of cargo space back there. So I'm going to close this up, show you how cool the second row seats are. I hit the button to close it, closes down, up to the second row. Now this is pretty sweet. That long track allows that second row seat to move all the way forward so you can load, or turn into more cargo space, or remove the seats altogether and have max cargo capacity. But I don't think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people end up leaving the seats here. And I want to point out that that seat is massive. It's not an itty bitty little seat like you'd expect when you get a van. You might see a second row seat that's narrow. This is big. It's got a lot of cushion to it. It really feels like you're sitting in the front seat of an Avalon. It's pretty impressive. The seats recline, and that's what you'd use this guy for. And the seats move forward or back. And this is really cool because if you're only using two rows, why not move the seats all the way back and create max legroom for people? So I just slid them back, and look at all the legroom that's there. I can move it forward, which I'll do. Alright, one-handed. It took a little effort, but we got it done. So you see how that seat folds up pretty compact against the back of the front. And now if I was going to load into the third row, I can step up, step in, find myself a seat there. Obviously I'd create some leg room for the third row by moving the second row seat forward, because there's so much leg room there. I can choose to have generous leg room here, or I can choose to have some nice leg room here and a little bit less up front. This is where that center seat would attach in. Now currently, we're running in captain's chair configuration, so I've got armrests, cup holders, and I have additional cup holders up here as well. So these guys there. I'm going to grab a seat in the third row, show you something that's truly impressive. We changed our entertainment system for the better this year. Toyota came up with a good idea to make a dual view DVD monitor. That screen is huge. So you can play two sources. You might play a DVD through the player. And I want to point out that Toyota really did a nice job with the DVD player. They actually put control of the DVD player system up front where it belongs. Some other vans have done this in the past. We just hadn't, and now it's up front. Drivers have complete control of the DVD player for the kids back here. Now, a secondary audio source would come here. You get a Sienna with DVD, you'll have a 100 watt AC 120 volt power outlet so you can plug something in. It could be a gaming system, it could be a video camera, you might watch video playback from vacation. And you plug it in and move the audio and video right there at the RCAs. So it's impressive. Here you're powering it or charging a camera. Here you're piping that video and audio right through the system through the DVD player. If somebody didn't want to watch that video playback, they can be watching their own DVD on one side, watching video playback from the auxiliary audio video source here. Put it back up, and good to go. Some of the nice things they've done here. There's a bag hook on the back of each of the two front seats. We have bottle holders on the doors, of course. You get the second and third row window sunshades. So instead of sticking your own up on the window, you've got one from Toyota. Integrates right into the door, and the second row windows are power, so of course these ones go up and down as well. I'm going to pop back out of here. And again, just to show you that seat, it's so impressive. I'm going to slide him back. Now all I do is I just push the back, and from here I can grab that handle again, and I can move that seat back to any position that I want to, or just push the cushion down and lock the seat in place right there. I'm going to move back a little bit further. I'm going to push the cushion down, and we're locked in. Could use that handle now to recline the seat for more comfort. Use the armrest, obviously. It's just nice. Captain's chairs are very nice there. Close this up, and next I'll give you a little tour of what changed in the front.